Jade Cargill vs Io Sky SmackDown main event, April 10, 2026. Io Sky told Rhea Ripley she wasn't 100%. Rhea begged her not to do it. And Io Sky said those 5 words that every true warrior says when their back is against the wall: "I want Jade tonight." And what followed in that main event was one of the most emotionally charged, physically brutal, deeply personal confrontations on SmackDown in recent memory. But it is what happened after that match that should make every single one of you watching this video absolutely furious and desperate for WrestleMania 42 to get here right now. Stay with me, because this story runs so much deeper than just a match result. Let's go all the way back to where this hatred was truly born, because to understand Friday night, you have to understand what Jade Cargill did on Monday Night Raw, and you have to understand just how personal this war has become. On Raw, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky teamed up to pick up a victory over Mickin and B-Fab. But the celebration was brutally short-lived. Jade Cargill struck after the bell using a kendo stick to attack Io Sky, while Mickin and B-Fab physically restrained Rhea Ripley and forced her to watch the assault unfold. Wrestling News Source, https://www.wrestlingNewsSource.com/news/9804//Rhea-Ripley-ahead-of-WrestleMania, read that again. Jade Cargill made Rhea Ripley watch. She didn't attack Rhea. She attacked Io, the one person who means the most to Rhea outside of a championship, and she made sure Rhea Ripley could not move a single muscle while it happened. That is not just a wrestling angle. That is the most calculated, emotionally devastating thing a villain can do to a hero. Find the person they love most and destroy that person right in front of their eyes. Cargill didn't just attack Io Sky. She attacked Rhea Ripley's heart. When SmackDown opened on Friday, Rhea was absolutely furious. She came out and congratulated Jade Cargill not with kindness, but with ice-cold fury for finally being smart enough to find her one and only real weakness. She told Jade to come out so she could kick her teeth in. Solo Wrestling, https://solowrestling.com//news/148143-wwe-smackdown-april-10-2026-coverage- and results, but it was Io Sky who answered instead. And what happened next is one of the most powerful moments in SmackDown's recent history. Io told Rhea that she knew how angry she was and that she was angry too. She told Rhea that she knew WrestleMania was hers, that Rhea would get Jade in Las Vegas. But Io wanted Jade that night. Rhea told her she trusted her but reminded her she wasn't 100% after Monday's attack, asking her if she was sure, offering to handle it herself. Io looked her dead in the eye and said she was sure. She would talk to Nick Aldis if she had to. She wanted Jade Cargill tonight. Cage side seats, https://www.cageside.ec.com/wwe-43233/wwe-smackdown-results-live-live-discussion-apr-1-0-202-6-a-hyphen That moment right there is why people invest in this story. Because that is not a scripted exchange between two performers. That is two friends, two women who have been through everything together under the Rio banner, making a decision that could cost one of them everything. Rhea was trying to protect Io, and Io refused to be protected. She chose to walk into fire on behalf of herself and her friend. That is what makes a great character. That is what makes a great story. Nick Aldis came out and made it official: Io Sky vs Jade Cargill as the SmackDown main event. Cage side seats, https://www.cageside.ec.com/wwe-43233/wwe-smackdown-results-live-live-discussion-apr-1-0-206-a-hyphen. And then backstage, before the match even started, Rhea Ripley took matters into her own hands. Rhea took care of Mickin and B-Fab backstage, eliminating Cargill's backup so that Io would have no distractions during the main event. She told Io to leave some of Jade Cargill for her at WrestleMania. eWrestling, https://wrestling.com/article/wwe-smackdown-results-april-1026-san-jose-ca. That detail matters enormously. Rhea didn't just sit backstage and watch. She prepared the battlefield for her friend. She cleared the obstacles. She went to war in the corridors of that arena so that Io could have a fair fight in that ring. That is the depth of Rio. That is the bond that Jade Cargill has been trying to break for weeks, and it keeps proving stronger every single time she tries. Now let's talk about the match itself, because this was not a squash. This was not Cargill rolling over Io in 60 seconds. This was a fight. The bell rang and Io Sky charged directly at Jade Cargill, launching a dropkick immediately. She punched Cargill in the corner with everything she had. Cargill tried to take control with a shoulder check and an arrogant cover, but Io kicked out at one. Sky fired back with a jumping dropkick that sent the champion tumbling to the outside. Io went for a suicide dive and was met with a devastating right hand by Cargill mid-air. eWrestling, https://wrestling.com/article/wwe-hyphen-smackdown-10th-2026-san-jose-ca. That image right there tells you exactly what kind of match this was. Io Sky threw herself through those ropes injured, not 100%, fighting for pride and for her friend, and Jade Cargill met that momentum with pure, cold violence. No mercy. No respect. Just dominance. On the outside, Cargill hit a reverse Alabama slam, driving Io's body directly into the steel ring steps. WWE, https://www.shows/smackdown/2026-04-10, steel steps, on an already injured opponent. Inside a champion who had been absolutely relentless in targeting the same person over and over, week after week. Jade Cargill was not just trying to win this match. She was trying to send Io Sky into WrestleMania weekend completely broken. Back in the ring, Cargill connected with the pump kick and then finished Io Sky off with Jade to win the match. WWE, https://www.shows/smackdown/2026-04-10/results, Jade Cargill won. Jade Cargill stood tall in the SmackDown main event 1 week before WrestleMania 42. And then, because winning wasn't enough for her, she went and grabbed a steel chair. Cargill looked to brutalize Io Sky with that steel chair after the match was already over. But Rhea Ripley hit the ring and made the save before Cargill could get a single shot in. The two women stood face to face, the champion and the challenger, in the middle of that SmackDown ring, just days away from their WrestleMania collision. WWE, https://www.shows/smackdown/2026-04-10, that image. That final image of SmackDown. Jade Cargill standing with a steel chair she never got to use. Rhea Ripley standing between her and Io Sky like a wall of pure fury. Both women staring each other down with the kind of intensity that you cannot manufacture, cannot script, and cannot fake. That is two warriors who genuinely despise each other, who have genuine stakes in this fight, who have a genuine reason to want to destroy one another when that bell rings in Las Vegas. And let's be crystal clear about the stakes at WrestleMania 42. Rhea Ripley won the Women's Elimination Chamber to earn this shot at Jade Cargill's WWE Women's Championship. The crowd response has been overwhelmingly behind Ripley, who is widely viewed as the company's biggest women's star and proven draw. Yahoo Sports, https://Rhea-Ripley-vs-Jade-Cargill-Vs-173710386.html, but Cargill has looked absolutely dominant throughout this entire build. She has weaponized Mikan and B-Fab. She has targeted Io specifically to destabilize Rhea's mental state. She has been physical, brutal, and calculating every single step of the way. And Friday night in the SmackDown main event, she proved she can go toe-to-toe with one of the most gifted athletes in WWE today and still walk away with her hand raised. Here is the burning question I need every single one of you to answer in the comments right now. Does Jade Cargill's win over Io Sky on SmackDown make you more or less confident that Rhea Ripley walks out of WrestleMania 42 as the new WWE Women's Champion? Because Cargill looked absolutely unstoppable on Friday. But Rhea Ripley running in and making that save showed the entire WWE universe that the Eradicator is not just Io's friend, she is her shield, her protector, and the most dangerous woman walking into Las Vegas. Drop your WrestleMania prediction below right now. Share this video because every wrestling fan you know needs this breakdown before Saturday. Wrestling News CC has every single women's division moment covered every step of the way to WrestleMania 42. The chair didn't land on Friday, but in Las Vegas somebody is going to feel every single thing that has been building since Raw. And Jade Cargill is running out of places to hide.